Hey guys, what is going on? It's another big night on Smackdown as the Blue brand prepares for the Royal Rumble. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the 27th January edition of the Blue brand, as well as all the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors you need to know, including bad news for Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns defends The Rock, Hulk Hogan can't feel his legs, another WWE executive parts ways with the company, and more. As always, we won't recap the matches, but look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. The good. See you at the Rumble, Bobby. Tonight's promo by Austin Theory started up relatively calmly, gradually building up momentum as the New Day showed up, followed by The Miz. All four men boasted of their chances of winning the Royal Rumble, only for Bobby Lashley to show up, taking all four superstars out. However, Lashley's proclamation that he was going to brutalize everyone in the Rumble as payback for Brock Lesnar attacking him on Raw is 30 proved a bit premature, as the Beast showed up, F5ing Lashley and revealing he's entering the Rumble. As Jim Ross has famously said, business is about to pick up. Prepare for Ragnarok. Thank you. Wrestlelamia is so happy to see that the WWE is going with the no-brainer program of the Viking Raiders versus Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. This should be a phenomenal feud and one that keeps all four superstars busy while keeping them out of any title pictures. If this rivalry is booked right, it could give other wrestlers a chance to see that they don't need to be chasing a title to be in the spotlight. A clever change of plans. The Viking Raiders' attack on Sheamus and Drew led to a clever change of plans as Sheamus and McIntyre skipped their match against Hit Row in order to track down the Viking Raiders. However, nobody was getting a free pass tonight as Adam Pearce booked Braun Strowman and Ricochet in Sheamus and McIntyre's place. This may have given the faces an unfair advantage, but it made for an enjoyable surprise as this oddly matched team are now on their way to the finals for a shot against the Usos. KO explains himself. Why would Kevin Owens fight Solo Sikoa a day before his undisputed championship match with Roman Reigns? Fans had to be asking this question as it seemed like a bad move. However, KO explained his strategy with a quick backstage promo, explaining to Kayla Braxton that he knows he has to face the entire bloodline when he wrestles Roman, so why not take out Roman's enforcer before the Rumble? As dangerous as Sikoa is, you can't fault KO for wanting to take Solo out. More Sami shenanigans. The bloodline intrigue continued tonight as Sami Zayn interfered in tonight's Owens vs. Sikoa match despite Roman Reigns' orders to the contrary. The WWE is building up conflict between the Bloodline's members, but it's unknown whether Jey Uso will choose Sami Zayn over the rest of the group. Of course, that's what makes the storyline all the more interesting. Let's get ready to rumble! Smackdown showed how you can entertain the fans with exciting matches while also hyping a PLE. The Blue brand used the right mix of promos, hype videos, and in-ring segments to build interest in the Royal Rumble. The bad. Sonya Deville destroying Charlotte's push. Tonight's SmackDown was so good that Wrestlelamia hates to find fault, but the Charlotte Flair vs. Sonya Deville program continues to get worse. If the WWE doesn't finish this so-called rivalry next week, it might as well give up on Charlotte's current title program and, more importantly, the SmackDown Women's Division. Where's Karrion's helmet? Tonight's SmackDown was too good to accuse Vince McMahon of booking it. Nevertheless, Karrion Kross's loss to Rey Mysterio has WrestleLamia wondering how long before Karrion starts wearing the helmet that he had during his disastrous run on Raw. Kross shouldn't be losing to Mysterio this early in their program, especially as he heads to the Royal Rumble. Having Kross lose to Rey sapped any momentum he had going into the Rumble. The downright ugly. A solid episode of SmackDown that delivered plenty of action and the right amount of hype for tomorrow's Royal Rumble. There were plenty of strong matches and segments. While the LA Knight vs. Bray Wyatt promo went a bit short, it was still fun watching Knight dress up as the Eater of Worlds in an attempt to mock Wyatt. It's hard to imagine anyone watching tonight's SmackDown not wanting to tune in to the Rumble. Bad booking news for Sami Zayn? Topping today's news is a disappointing report concerning Sami Zayn. Dave Meltzer reports the WWE doesn't see Zayn as the face of the company, that is, a long-term champion who represents the WWE in wrestling and the mainstream. Meltzer likened Sami to past champions who didn't match the look of traditional WWE main eventers. Sami's not gonna be that guy, but yeah, Sami can win the championship. At this point, I would kind of go in that direction where he would win the championship. But as far as making him the face of the company, can they do that? they won't. I've been absolutely told that Vince McMahon and Paul Levesque do not see him as the face of the company. That doesn't mean he's not going to win the Rumble. It doesn't mean he's not going to be in the Rumble. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. He basically said the same thing. It's not going to happen. You may recall rumors that the WWE has no plans for Roman Reigns to lose anytime in the near future. If so, that could put the kibosh on Zayn winning the Undisputed Championship. Roman Reigns defends Rock's reason for missing WrestleMania match. Roman Reigns is defending The Rock's reason for not being able to make WrestleMania 39. The Tribal Chief appeared on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, discussing how The Rock wouldn't be in ring shape in time to compete. Reigns explained, "That's been the rumors. A huge buzz on that for years now, but it's really picked up in the last couple of years. I believe he just came out with a statement saying he's not going to be ready in time, which that's the kind of face everyone's making. Like, hold on, he trains every single day, he's huge." Indeed, many fans have pointed out that the idea of The Rock not being in shape for an in-ring return sounds implausible. Roman clarified, "To his defense, it's one thing to train with weights and bodybuilding to look the part, but to get in the ring to do a main event match, an undisputed WWE Universal Championship match? You have to condition yourself, and you have to be ready to fall down. You can never get away from that. That's number one. Dwayne, when you're going up against Roman Reigns, you better be ready to fall down." While the idea that The Rock doesn't work on his conditioning is ridiculous, getting into the ring requires special training, something athletes from professional sports such as football and basketball have noted after they've wrestled. It's not hard to imagine The Rock training in secret if he is planning on competing at WrestleMania, and for now, Wrestlelamia feels Reigns' comments could just be the latest in WWE's efforts to keep The Rock's WrestleMania status ambiguous. Did Logan Paul's inexperience cost him a major match? Speaking of training for a match, there's a rumor that Logan Paul's inexperience may have cost him a primo match at WrestleMania 39. Dave Meltzer recently reported on Wrestling Observer Radio that there was talk of Paul facing John Cena at this year's Showcase of the Immortals, but that the worry about Logan Paul is the feeling you need lots and lots and lots of practice, and John Cena doesn't have the time to do that practice. Cena can go with Theory, and Theory is experienced enough, so they don't need lots and lots of practice to have a decent match. Paul has only worked a handful of matches, so it makes sense for the WWE to protect him and his opponents. Who should Logan Paul wrestle next? Let us know in the comments below. Brock Lesnar appearing in the Royal Rumble. As mentioned earlier, Brock Lesnar has entered the Royal Rumble, leading to speculation where this will take things in his current feud with Bobby Lashley. It seems likely they'll cost each other a win in the Rumble, but it's unknown if this will lead to a match at Elimination Chamber and/or WrestleMania. Hulk Hogan can't feel his legs? Hulk Hogan can't feel his legs? That's the report coming from Kurt Angle. The WWE's Olympic hero recently appeared at Raw is 30 with a slew of superstars, including the Hulkster. Now Angle is revealing a sad story he heard from the two-time Hall of Famer. Hogan had his back surgery again. He had the nerves cut from his lower body. He can't feel his lower body, so he has to use his cane to walk around. I thought he was using the cane because he has pain in his back. He doesn't have any pain. He has nothing at all. He can't feel anything. So now he can't feel his legs, so he has to walk with a cane. That's pretty serious, man. I mean, I really feel for Hogan. He put his heart and soul into the business, and it ate him up. Decades of delivering his famous finisher, the Hogan leg drop of doom, eventually caught up with the Hulkster, resulting in multiple surgeries to repair the damage to his hips and spine. The Hulkster's many surgeries have been documented, including the toll they have exacted on him. For example, Hogan has discussed how he's lost some of his height due to back surgeries. This news is even more disturbing. Real reason Mark Briscoe couldn't compete in AEW. Wondering why Mark Briscoe was believed to be banned from AEW television? Well, it's been reported that his brother Jay was banned due to posting controversial comments on social media. Mark did no such thing. However, Diamond Dave Meltzer commented on Wrestling Observer Radio that Mark Briscoe wore a Confederate flag as part of his ring attire, leading to Warner Bros. Discovery keeping him off AEW. Yes, the Confederate flag was the issue with Mark because I thought, oh, Jay, Mark didn't do these tweets, you know? So he's free and clear. I just figured that, right? It only made sense to me, but that wasn't the case, and that was the holdup. According to Meltzer, Mark Briscoe can compete in AEW now. The Meltz also pointed out that AEW's broadcast partner has the right to keep anyone it wants from appearing in AEW. Another WWE executive resigns. Add Matthew Drew to the list of WWE executives who have parted ways with the company. PW Insider is reporting that Drew, who served as Senior Vice President International, is no longer in the WWE. No word whether Drew, who began working in WWE in 2021, resigned or was released. Pat McAfee appearing at Royal Rumble? Last but not least, there are murmurings that Pat McAfee is expected back in the WWE soon, and possibly as early as the Royal Rumble. Fightful Select is reporting, several talent were speculating that they believe Pat McAfee could be back soon, with one saying they'd heard his name mentioned for the Royal Rumble. We'll find out soon enough if Pat is competing, as the Rumble is mere hours away. Well guys, there you have it, Wrestlemania's look at the 27th January edition of Smackdown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know in wrestling. Be sure to leave your comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time for some more wrestling content.